Happy Planksgiving. Emily here. We are going to be doing a full-length reformer class today, working on planks. I have one blue spring on and one light spring. I do not work in half springs. It's your choice if you would like to. I have taken my hand straps or straps off and I've placed them to the side of the machine because we're going to begin standing in the well today. If you are not comfortable doing that, please skip the portion of the exercises where we're standing in the well. You can do it to the side just without the pulling of the carriage, which is only for 3 short exercises. Just what's one exercise with 3 reps. So let's go ahead and begin. In order to get safely into the well, we're going to place one hand on the shoulder block, other hand on the shoulder block. Hold on and step big over the straps. Good, that way you don't trip. Now we're going to begin in a quadruped position with our shoulders over our wrists and our hips directly over our heels. We do have our legs squeezed together in this version. Make sure that you're not swinging out in your low back and scrunching your shoulders up to your ears. So we're going to draw our belly button up and in, give a slight baby tuck in our tail. Nothing like this, just so that we're not swaying out in our belly. Draw the ribs together, squeeze under the arms, and drive the shoulders down the back. Give me a slight rotation, bringing the inner aspects of the eyes more towards the footbar. They're not going to totally face the footbar, but rotate them to more yearn towards the footbar, right? Nice wide open collarbone, tweeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. And we're going to do 3 cat-cows to begin. Now when we cat-cow, it's going to be as if our legs from our hips down are completely in cement. So when we pull up into the cat, our shoulders are going to pull back away from our wrists slightly. And when we come back down, we're going to set our shoulder over our wrist again and lift up just a little. You shouldn't be looking straight ahead. You'll most likely be looking towards the end of your femur or just right past it. We're keeping a continuous curve from the tip top of our head after our tail. Now pull up, 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 up. Draw the belly button to the spine, leaving the hips directly over the heels. Come back down. Bring your necklace to the front a little bit. And one more, and pull it up, up, up. Come back through neutral. Just finding the alignment in the spine, still rotating the arms to the front, and come back to neutral. All right, guys, what I would like to note here before we even begin is that while we're in this position, even though our legs are right under this, our upper body and arms are in the position for a plank. Now, we're going to do just cat back to neutral spine, but when we do cat, we're going to squeeze under the arms and pull the carriage up. But we've already practiced keeping our legs in place as if they're in cement. So don't pull back with your hips to move the carriage. The carriage should be moved by drawing the belly button to the spine. Think of round back elephant, but without moving the legs at all. And one more. Now come back to neutral. Make sure that you set the shoulders, rotate the inner aspects of the elbow, place all the weight in the right foot, and bend the left leg to a 90-degree bend, foot flex, and we're going to lift up into a donkey kick just by squeezing the glutes. Take a look down at your hips. They should be totally square. If you have a mirror, take a look nearby. When you lift, you should be able to see the opposite hip. It should be completely neutral and lower. Here's 3, 4. On 5, stay up at the top, point the foot, extend the leg, and now pull it up and tap the frame, and up and tap the frame. Completely square hips again. The movement's not going to be as big as you think it should be because your upper body is lifted slightly. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, belly button up and in, and stay up at the top. Now bring the leg out to the side, tap the upright, and bring it back to the center by squeezing your inner thighs. And tap and back. Now guys, while we're doing this, let's talk about our standing leg. We want to have equal weight in our standing foot from behind the big toe, behind the baby toe, and in the heel. So it's a triangle where we have our weight evenly distributed. And out and in. And that way we can really feel the glute in the standing leg. Now stay there and now pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 medium circles in one direction without wagging the tail or moving the hips. Center that weight over the standing foot and reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's articulate the spine. Leave the toe pointed. Draw the knee to the nose and arch the back. Now, just like we did before, we're going to keep our hip over heel and move the shoulders away from the wrist as we come back. Now bring the shoulder back over the wrist into a one-legged plank and pull it in and extend. And big exhale and extend. Here's 4 and extend. And here's 5 and extend. Now bend the leg in and place it on the floor so you're squeezing your legs together again. Really find that neutral spine. Lift both heels up. Without letting one heel drop and keeping both heels even, we're going to trot. So we're going to bend our left knee while our right heel taps the ground and lift up into a high heel in both positions. Now bend the right knee as the left heel taps and up, just like a piston, just like you would do in footwork. Left knee bends and straighten, right knee bend and straighten. Belly button up to spine. You should just feel your hips going up and down in a unit. Squeeze under the arms. Try to keep a straight line from the tip top of your head up through your tail. Here's 8, 9, 10. And lower the heels. Now, bend the right leg into a 90-degree position. Flex the foot strongly. Make sure your hips are square. And now donkey kick up and lower. Again, guys, your knee is not going to go up as high as you think it should. That's fine. Keep it parallel. Keep it up. Now point the foot, extend the leg long. Make sure your hips are square again. Draw the belly button up in and wrap the ribs and lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. All right, guys, let's talk about centering that weight on that left foot through that triangle. Behind the big toe, behind the baby toe, and at the heel. Now, tap the outright or the upright and squeeze it back to center with your inner thigh. Tap the upright and squeeze the inner thigh. Upright and squeeze. It's not a big movement. It should feel like a pretty strong movement though, especially if you're keeping your hips completely square. 8. Pull apart those shoulder blocks slightly to really open up those shoulder blades. And 10, stay in the center pulse, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 medium circles in one direction, 1, 2, no tail wagging, 3. Make sure that weight is centered, and reverse, 5, 4, 3. Check those hips, belly up and in. Now, bend the knee, pull the knee to the nose, cat up, but keep that hip over the heel and extend to a one-legged plank and pull it in. Just a little articulation. Just feels kind of nice, but we want to be able to find that plank again after we move the body. One more. Now bend the knee in. Place the foot down right next to each other. Really rotate the inner aspects of the elbow. Squeeze under the arms. Pull apart the shoulder blocks. Nice straight line from your tip of your head down to your tail. Lift both heels up. Now we're going to do a double heel lower lift. So lower everything down and lift it up. And lower down and lift up. I was leaning forward on that first one. Let's try not to do that. It's easy to want to start to do that stuff when you start to get tired, right? 9 and 10. Come back down. Give both knees a bend. That's a little bit of calf work. Now straighten. Now leave your hands on the shoulder blocks. One big step over, other big step over. Go ahead and replace your straps on the blocks. We're going to come down to sitting for some footwork. I'm going to put my footwork springs on. Footwork springs are personal. I like to see 3 to 4 on. On my machine, I use the 4 heaviest. That's 3 greens or 3 heavies and 1 red, 1 medium. If you want a neck pillow, please find it. We're going to roll onto our backs. The pattern today is going to be heels, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. So we're going to begin in a Pilates V with our knees tracking over our big toe in the neutral spine that we just found. So it should be pretty familiar feeling at this point, right? On our back, standing in a quadruped, it's all the neutral spine with a slight tuck in our tail. Our heels are on, our toes are apart. Now pressing through the heels, we're going to press the carriage away. Inhale and exhale back in. And inhale. Try to keep those nice white shoulder blades still. Here's 3. Straighten your legs all the way up at the top. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, slide down to the toes, center the weight between the big toe and the second toe, lift your heels up a little higher than you normally would. Do not lower and lift the heels, so you should press out and in. Leave them in the same place in space, and press out, adjust as you need to. For some reason, my position is funky today. And in, and press, and in. Here's 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to slide back to our heels and separate our feet to the outer edges of the foot bar. Still in a Pilates V position, but a wide Pilates V. I have my weight through the center of my heel. I'm going to inhale to press out and exhale to come back in. Make sure that you're rotating the femur and the hip socket the whole time so that you can really feel the squeeze in both directions. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you're not popping or using momentum. Really squeeze the muscles. 1 more. Now come back in. Now come up to the balls of your feet in a demi-point or forced arch position. Again, we're placing the weight over our big toe and our second toe, still rotating the femur and the hip socket in a wide Pilates V position. And press it out on 1. Tweeze, tweeze, tweeze. The pubic bones at the top or the sits bones. Here's 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 1 more. 10. Good. Now we're going to bring everything to the center, squeezing our legs together in one mega leg, just like we did at the beginning of class. We're going to flex our feet strongly, squeeze our legs together. Going through the heels first, we're going to press out on 1, and exhaling as we come in. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Pull it up, up, up. On those muscles. 9. Really working the muscles around the kneecaps. And 10. Now, come up to the balls of your feet. We have 1 more set of 10, and that's it, guys. Whew. So inhale it out, and exhale it in. And here's 2. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more, guys. 10. And now come back in. We're going to roll to the side, come up to sitting up tall. We're going to change our springs over to one medium spring or one red spring. We're going to be doing some forward flexion work. So we're going to come back down onto our backs. Leave your feet on the foot bar for a second. Bend your elbows down by your side. Now, make your legs really light so you're not using your legs. Pull those springs down to where you're squeezing your biceps into your ribs and your arms are at 90 degrees. And your fingertips are going straight into the ceiling. You haven't broken your wrist at all to hold on to this, right? So put a little bit more weight in your pinky blade edge to really pull the shoulders away from the ears. Now, lift your feet up in tabletop. Woo, that's a challenge to hold in and of itself. Now, leaving your fingertips where they are, slide them up so you're not moving the carriage. That's the game. And you're not lifting your shoulders to get here and slide them back down. Now slide your hands up and down. Stay in a neutral spine the whole time. Now one more and stay there. Now, exhale, curl up, reaching for the foot bar, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Now lower it back down and slide the hands down and tap. Now slide the hands up, curl up, drawing the wrists to the hips, not tucking the tail. And lift and lower and lift, curl up and lift and lower. Now lift and curl up and stay there. Now extend the left leg to working level and pull back to tabletop. Right leg to working level, tabletop. Left leg working level and tabletop. Curl up a little deeper without tucking. And now left leg. And now right leg. One more. And right leg. Now, uncurl and slide your hands down. Slide your hands up and curl up. Extend both legs to working level and pull. Don't arch the back or lift the ribs when you pull. Keep everything connected. Just tabletop, guys. I think I pulled it a little far. 3. Forward, curl up a little deeper. One more. 5. Pull it to tabletop. Uncurl, rest the hands. Let's do the hundreds, and then we're done with this series, guys. So let's make this hundreds the best hundreds ever. Slide your hands up without moving the carriage. Exhale and extend. Now begin pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're squeezing everything strongly. So that's a long continuous inhale and a long continuous exhale. Squeeze the inner thighs, tweeze the sits bones, curl up a little deeper. Don't crunch the chin to the chest. Imagine you're holding something like a little ball under your chin. Here's 9. One more. Legs to tabletop. Uncurl, fingers to the ceiling. Slide your hands down. Place your feet on the foot bar. Slowly come in and peg your straps. Guys, I forgot to say at the beginning of class that today we're using a box. And I forgot to pull my box out as well. So, let's go ahead and get our boxes out. We're going to be doing swan, pulling straps, and teaser. So if you'd like a sticky pad for the top of your box, please go ahead and find one. So, we're going to keep one red spring on for this whole long box series. Make sure that your box is centered, slid all the way back to the shoulder blast. One hand on the foot bar, other hand on, one leg up, other leg up. Now scooch up to where your sternum and 12th rib or bra strap is on the edge of the box. Draw the belly button up and in, wrap the ribs, squeeze the legs together. Elbows should not be up here, guys. It should be slightly below the foot bar. Inhale, press down on 1. Belly button to spine, continuous line through the top of your head for your tail. Squeeze under the arms. Press it out and pull it in. Press it out on 1. Go taller, 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 taller. Pressing down and back and in and out and left and back and in. Here's 4. And here's 5. Good. Now, hands on the foot bar, step off to the side. We're gonna face the back before we turn around and face the front again right away, right? Hand on the corner, hand on the other corner of the box, one leg, one leg. Now, before we get into position, let's go ahead and put our hand straps on our wrists like bracelets. We're gonna choke up on the ropes. We're going to place our hands on the tops of the wood and then slide it down to the side. So we have plenty of choke on the rope, and our hands are in equal positions. Now, squeeze your legs together, belly button to spine, wrapping the ribs. Staying in neutral spine today instead of lifting. We're going to pull the straps right back and come forward. And inhale, pull back, and exhale, forward. You can pull back your hips, you can come a little higher, as long as you're keeping a nice wide open collarbone. Squeeze in the tips of the shoulder blades, not rounding in the shoulders to get there. Don't forget your inner thighs, guys. Here's 8, we're gonna do 2 more, we're gonna go to 10. Now, stay up at the top, bend the elbow, bringing the hand into the shoulder and extend. Bend at the elbow and extend. We're only going to 5, 3, 4, belly button to spine, 5, and come back down. Don't lose any body squeeze right now. Keep everything squeezing together. Place the rings or the loops on your thumbs. Hook your thumbs around that area, palms down. Stay in a neutral spine, pull it back, pinky blade to hip, and open to a T. Pinky blade to hip, open to a T. Here's 4. Squeeze everything, including your glutes and inner thighs. Oh, belly button to spine. Wrap the ribs. Neutral spine, straight line out through the top of your head, up through your toes. 2 more. Now, squeeze the pinky blade to the hip, flip your palms towards the hips. Now open 6 inches and squeeze. Keeping the shoulder blades down the back. 3, 2 more. Flip the palm down, pinky blade edge to the hip, and extend to a T. All the way into the bumper. Peg your straps. Place your hands on the corners of the box. One foot will come off, the other foot will come off. Now, we're going to face the front of the reformer or the foot bar. We're going to straddle the machine and reach back and grab our hand straps. Now, carefully, with control, scooch forward and lower yourself down so the tip tops of your shoulders are hanging off the box. If you are uncomfortable doing T's or on the box, please do it on the floor next to the machine. Now, press into the straps so that you have your pinky blade edge, you're squeezing into the arms, and you have slight tension in your straps. So that you're not going, if you have slight tension in your straps when you start your T's, it's going to be easier to maintain the squeeze on everything when you start. So, we're going to inhale and reach down next to the machine as we pull our hands towards the foot bar and begin to articulate up, into the teaser position. Now, keeping your eyes in line with your toes, keep your hands up. They'll come with you as you begin to articulate down to the box. Eyes on the toes, eyes on the toes, eyes on the toes, eyes on the toes. Head and toes should come down all the way at the same time. Inhale, reach down as you pull up and articulate up. Now, tiny circles away from the body with your arms for 3, 2, 1. Nice wide collarbone, nice wide shoulders. Reverse for 3. Oh, 2. This is hard today. And 1. Now, tuck the tail. Eyes in line with toes, guys. And now let's do 1 more. And let's move the legs this time. So, tuck the tail. Articulate up. Keep the upper body where it is. Don't move it. And lower the legs 3 inches and lift 3 inches. Lower 3 inches and lift 3 inches. With the abs. Now tuck the tail. And begin to articulate down. Down. Drop the straps. Articulate up to sitting. Come to the side. We're going to start changing some stuff. Let's go ahead and repeg our straps. Oh. Let's also take our box. We're going to change it to a short box. I'm going to adjust my machine for short box. We're going to leave one red spring on, but I like to push my machine out for my short box exercises. And since we'll be doing those next, I'm going to push my machine out now. So, one hand on the foot bar, other hand on the foot bar, one foot up, other foot. Now, I'm going to adjust my feet on the machine. Guys, your spring tension is very light. Please be careful. So that my heels are under my sits bones. I'm going to reach out and find my foot bar. I'm going to pull the carriage gently apart with my arms. So my shoulder blades will be nice and flat and wide. I have a tiny bend in my elbow. It shouldn't be like this, guys. It should just be a tiny little bend. The tiniest little bend to facilitate having nice wide open collarbones. So from there, I'm going to press up and I'm going to find a quadruped position here. My belly button's up and in, my heels are against the box, my toes are in front. It looks like a little triangle with the tops of my feet. So my balls of my feet are in front of the box, my heels are touching the box. Now, I don't want to come in past 90 degrees with my thighs because my hips start to hurt when I do it. But I'm going to keep my shoulders over my wrists. I'm going to press the carriage out to straight and pull it back into a 90 degree. Now press it out by straightening the legs, bend it to a 90 degree. 3. My favorite number is 5 today. Here's 4. Pull apart remember what we did at the beginning of the class? Where the inner aspects of our elbows were facing more towards the front. Now, press back a couple inches in long stretch position and come back with your shoulders over your wrists. And press it back and shoulders over wrists. Here's 3. Don't let the carriage control you. You control the carriage. I'm definitely starting to feel the heat in my body now from this exercise. If you have a mirror nearby, go ahead and take a look and make sure that you're bringing your wrists over your shoulders. Now, drop the head, lift the hips, come into pike. Don't bring it in all the way. Just bring your heels right underneath your hips. Now, if that isn't all the way for you, then that's a different story. But don't feel like you have to tap the carriage to the bumper. Shoulders over wrists. This will help us later when we do star for side planking. Here's 4. I love star. 1 more. Now, rotate your hips to the left side, leaving your upper body parallel to the foot bar. Now, bend the knees into the 90-degree position again. Take a look in the mirror, make sure that's where you are. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. I know I scooted back. My back heel lifts off when I come in, and I press it down as I press the carriage away. And come in for 4. And press. 3. Same idea, same series, just an oblique exercise. Now stay out and saw the arms back, or a long stretch, and bring the shoulders over the wrists. And 4. 3. When I'm in my oblique position, it looks weird, right? But I can definitely feel it. And here's 1. Now, pike the hips and come back out. And pike the hips and come back out. Here's 3. And 4. And 5. Now come back through center and go the other way. Now come back into a 90-degree bend with the knees. My back heel lifts off, guys, right? But when I press out, my heel comes down. Not everybody has to do it, but if you do, it's not that uncommon. Don't feel weird about it. Squeeze your inner thighs here. Squeeze your glutes. 1 more. And now long stretch your saw and pull it across, shoulders over wrists. And here's 2. Here's 3. and 4. Squeeze everything, guys, inner thighs, glutes. And here's 5. Now, shoulders to wrist. Now, pike up and press back out to oblique long stretch. And pike and press out. Okay, so here's 3. Drop the head as you come in. And here's 5. Now, come back to a center pike. Bend it in. Now, sit back real fast. I have to wipe my hands off. They got a little sweaty. I'm going to place my feet as flat as I can for right now, sitting with my heels underneath my sits bones. I'm going to place my hands on the flow bar. I'm not going to move the carriage out as I stand up. I'm going to press the carriage out now. I want to stay flat back, but I want to press the carriage out all the way. Now, your ears might come by your biceps, but if they don't, just let's maintain a flat back position. Looking down at the springs. Now, rotate your inner ass points of your elbows up a little bit. We're going to tricep push up. Come in and push up. If you're uncomfortable with this, please don't do it. Belly button is fine. It's a slight level up of the warm-up. Now press it out. Now take your hands and rotate them slightly so that if the lines from your pointer fingers and thumbs were to continue, they would come into a diamond shape. Now press it out to a flat back position. Now bend the elbows wide and come in. They're still lower than the shoulders, right? And press it out, just like in swan. Kind of, 2. But definitely the lower elbows is what I'm talking about. 3. Here's 4. And here's 5. Now slowly come in to the bumper. Begin to bend your knees slightly. And find a seated position. Now carefully get off of the box real fast. We're going to put the foot bar down. Actually, we're going to put all of our springs on. I'm sorry. 4 to 5 springs on, 4 to 5 springs on. We're going to do short box. We're going to put on the safety strap and make sure it's connected. Hand on the box, booty on the box, hand on the box. Carefully come up. Now, find the safety strap with your right foot. We're going to be doing a little oblique exercise series to begin. We are going to come up, and I have my leg bent. If this is not accessible for you, you can dangle your leg off the side or in front. But my leg is bent. Like I said, if this is not accessible for you and it's not comfortable for you to dangle your leg off the front, please feel free to skip this exercise. My toes are pointing forward. I don't have my leg behind me. That gets into my back. I don't want to do that. My leg is lined up. My heel is underneath my glute. Now, find the headrest and find your upper arm in a T. So my left arm is on the headrest, my upper arm in a T. I'm going to pull up on this strap, and then I'm going to release my arm. I'm in a nice side bend position for myself. Find the nice side bend position. Find your oblique here. Now go down an inch and up into the side plank. And down an inch, up into side plank. 3, 4, and 5. Stay there. Now rotate to look in into the reformer, behind the headrest, and to the side. Now rotate in and to the side. Just a slight side bend rotation. Make sure you're not losing your side bend. Here's 4. And 1 more. 5. Now, bend in. You can put your elbow on the headrest. We're going to do mermaid. Or you can drop your hand down to the floor of the reformer if you'd rather. Now, bring the arm back up to a T. Without swinging, use your obliques to come up, 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 up. At a certain point, when you start to sit on your back hip, your foot will rotate so the toes will point up. Take your right hand, place it on your left knee, palm up, and take your left arm and reach for the wall in the ceiling, meet bicep by your ear. Now come back out to a T. Your foot will naturally begin to rotate and press into the strap as you lift your leg. Go back into your side mermaid, reaching for the uprights. Bring the arm to the T. Don't use momentum, use your obliques. Rotate the toes up to the ceiling. Place the right hand across the left knee and reach for the wall on the ceiling meet. Let's do one more. As you come up, your toes will still be up to the ceiling. As you begin to reach away from the foot bar, your toes will naturally rotate forward into a parallel position. Reach down in the mermaid. Don't collapse, guys. Bring the arm to the T. Don't use momentum, guys. Flip the toes up and reach for the wall on the ceiling meet. Ooh, I was doing something funny with my foot there. What was that, right? No, come back up. Now, both feet under the safety strap. Make sure that you have a hand's width between your tail and the end of the box. Take your hands, make a cinnamon roll, pull them apart, just like you were pulling the foot bar apart, the shoulder blocks apart. Pull them apart, nice wide flat shoulder blades, nice wide open collarbone, ribs in, belly button up and in. Articulate forward from the bra strap or sternum 12 rib up. We're going to do round back. Begin to articulate back, 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 back. Pull apart. And now begin to articulate forward. We're going really slow and controlled here, guys. You're going to know where you feel the earthquake abs. We have 3 more, but I'm going to switch my hands now. You can wait till the next one to switch your hands if you'd like. My left hand on top is just my favorite hand grip, and so I want to try something different. Here's 4. Ooh, I have a little earthquake. It's the best when you find the earthquake abs, right? When I do the round back, I don't like it when my legs go up and down if they're squeezed together. So I do have my feet separated and my toes flexed to hold on to the safety strap. I'm going to hinge forward slightly at the hips, reach up for the wall on the ceiling meet. I don't have any shoulder injuries, so I have the ability to reach my biceps by my ears. If I do not, I'm just going to reach my arms in front of me, palms in front of the shoulder blades, and flex my hands back. Pull my hands apart, tweeze the bottom tips of my shoulder blades in a plank position. If we have our hands up by our ears, we're going to move our hands so when we go back. Watch. Inhale, come back. Bring the hands in front into a plank position. Pull them back up. Squeeze the glutes, sit up tall, 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 tall. Hinge forward slightly. Flat back, hinge back. Now, pull the hands down. Pull them up. And reach it forward. Guys, it should feel as if you're moving through mud. We have 3 more. And reach it down. And up. And come up, 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 up. 1 more. Try not to arch in the back. Try to keep a slight tuck. Take a look in the mirror. Make sure you're in a nice flat back if you have one. And up. Now keeping the hands or biceps by your ears or wherever your shoulders give you the ability to do it. Reach to the right side where the wall and the ceiling meet, keeping the left hip down. Use the left obliques to pull it up to center. Reach to the left side where the wall and the ceiling meet. Right obliques will pull you back up to center. Now reach to the right and use the obliques to pull up to center. And reach to the left. Obliques pull up to center. 1 more to the right. And up. And 1 more to the left. And up. Bring your hands down, give them a shake. Reach your hands up out of your sternum 12 rib. Give me a tiny little bend in the elbow. Now, I do like my legs squeeze a little bit more here. I'm going to open, flipping my palm up to the top as I rotate to the left. I'm going to tuck my tail and articulate back and reach. I'm going to articulate back up and untwist to center. Palms face each other. As I rotate towards the right and flip my right palm up, I'm going to tuck my tail and articulate back, 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 back. Try not to lift your hand up here, guys. Only lift it as high as you can without pain in your shoulder if you have shoulder issues. To the left and articulate. Or round back. On an angle or on a rotation. One more time to each side, guys. And tuck the tail. And articulate back Woohoo, my feet, what are they doing in the safety strap? And back to your center. And to the right, one more time. Tuck the tail, articulate back. Come back up and come to center. Let's do the tiny little oblique series to the right side. Again, guys, dangle your leg over the top or bend your knee. Toes will point forward. We'll go ahead and find the safety strap. Place our hand on the headrest. Sorry, bring our top arm or left arm up to the T. Bring your right arm out to the T. Find that nice side bend or side plank. Now lower an inch or two. Now lift up an inch or two with your obliques. Lower an inch or two and up. Here's 3. And 4. Squeeze the glutes. And 5. Now stay up at the side plank. Now rotate to look into the inner side of the reformer above the headrest and rotate to the side. Little airplane. Or rotate down and rotate to the side. Here's 3. And 4. And 5. Now rotate to the side. Now find the headrest, or find your elbow on the headrest, or find the floor, and bring that arm up and over. Up for the left arm, reaching for the uprights. For mermaid, bring that arm, left arm to a T without using momentum. Use your obliques to come up, 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 up. As you start to sit on that back hip or the left hip, your toes will point up to the ceiling. Take your left hand, palm up, face it across the top of your right knee, and reach for where the wall and the ceiling meet to the left side with your right arm. Bring your bicep by the ear. Now reach out, sit up, rotate so your toes are pointed to the front, and come down to the headrest or the floor. Come into a mermaid. Now bring your arm to a T, and come up, 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 up. Flip your toes up, left hand across the right knee, reach the right arm forward along the ceiling meet, and come back out to a T. Toes will point in front. Final mermaid, guys. Bring the arm up to the T. Begin to articulate up, 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 up. No swingsies. Toes will point up. Mermaid to the opposite side. Come up to sitting up tall. We're going to make sure that we have a hand width behind our glutes and the end of the box. We're going to pull our left leg into our chest with our hands holding onto our thigh under our knee. We're going to do tree. If you are uncomfortable going into the well, or if you have trouble with vertigo, please feel free to do this on the floor. If you have low back issues, neck issues, please do this on the floor, or skip this part of the video. We're going to extend the leg to long and bend at the knee. Try not to bend your back or lean back when we do this. Now stay with a straight leg. Now pull the toes back, pull the ball of the foot back. Press through the ball of the foot, point the toes. We have 2 more articulations. And point. Now, circle the foot 3 times in each direction. I don't care which side you go to first. And reverse. Walk the hand up the calf if you're able to. Bend the elbows wide to pull the leg in 1. Bend it wide 2. Bend it wide 3. Now tuck the tail. Find that safety strap with your right foot. Now begin to walk your hand down your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find a flat back position here. Now up 1, 2, 3, 4. Light hands. Come up to sitting up tall. Now tuck the tail and begin to walk your hands down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Begin to articulate into the wall. Uh-oh, I'm a little too far off. I can feel it in my sacrum. I'm going to push forward just a little bit. Reach your hands up on the wood or into the well. Exhale, articulate up. Begin to wipe your hands up your thigh. 3, 4, come up to sitting up tall. Final one, we're going to do leg circles. Tuck the tail. Begin to articulate back and walk down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find the wood, find the floor, pull the leg down, and exhale away and up. And down, and here's 3. And now reverse, away, and exhale up through the center, and away. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. You can rotate it up. 2, 3, 4. Come up to sitting up tall. Release the leg to hold it and lower it down. Place it back under the safety strap. We're going to go to the right leg. Woo! Find that right leg. Pull in that leg into your chest. Hands under your knee on the thigh. Now straighten the leg and bend it. Try to sit up really tall, guys. Here, guys. Really tweeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Stay there. Pull the toes back. Pull the ball of the foot back to a flexed foot. Shooting energy out of the heel. Now press through the ball of foot and point the foot. 2 more articulations. Now circle the foot 3 times in each direction. And reverse. Now walk the hands up the leg if you're able to. Bend the elbows wide, pull the leg in for 1. And here's 2. And here's 3. Now tuck the tail. Find that safety strap. And articulate down to a flat back position without going into the well yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit up tall. Tall, tall, finding that stretch as well. Look in the mirror if you're able to make sure that you're there. Now, we have to squeeze over our thighs slightly to keep them in line with each other, even though our legs are separated. Now, walk your hands down like 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, guys, you can find the wood or you can find the floor. Now, inhale. Exhale, look up. 1. Light fingers, guys. 3, 4. And sit up tall, 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 tall. 1 more with leg circles. Tuck the tail, begin to articulate back. Now walk down your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release the hands back behind you. Go down and circle away and up. 1. And down. 2. And here's 3. And reverse. Away and down to the middle. Make sure that both hips are really stable on the box. Now, inhale, exhale, articulate up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit up tall, release the foot, lower it down. Oh, we're going to come off to the side. Let's go ahead and remove our box. Guys, we're going to do scooter and flying arabesques today. So let's go ahead and reset our reformer. I have to pull mine in. We are going to do 1 red spring for the scooter and flying, which I know it's lighter than our usual scooter, but with the flying, I don't want to reach down and change it every time. So the first thing we're going to do is place our left hand on the outside of the foot bar, because we're standing to the left side. Our right hand is going to go right inside, right at the middle, right inside the middle. I'm going to tuck my toes and press my heels up, my right heels up against the left shoulder block. Now I'm going to bend my knees so that they're lined up with each other. Ooh, it's helpful if you have a mirror here to take a look too. So when my left leg is bent on the floor, my right knee's in line with it. Now I'm going to press the carriage back and pull it back in. Since the carriage is lighter, we're going to really focus on our upper body here as we keep going. So pull the foot bar apart with your shoulder blades and collarbones. Squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Belly button up your spine. Make sure you still have that slight tuck position. When we're out, it's a 1-legged plank. Here's 9 and 10. Now, without moving the hips, rotate the femur in the hip socket and bring the foot to a turned out position. So we're tweezing the bottom, we're tweezing the sits bones, we're turning the leg out so the knee tracks over our big toe. But really, honestly, probably as far as you're gonna go is keeping the big toe turned out on the mat while your knee is tracking over it. So we wanna keep everything in a parallel position. So this is more like a 1-legged Pilates plank, where you're in a Pilates V position. Here's 4. I'm really feeling it in my standing leg. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now come back in, stand up, give it a little tap on that glute. Tuck the toe again, come back down into the position, but straighten your leg all the way. We're gonna keep our left leg where it is. Now, we're going to squeeze under the arm, bring our shoulders over our wrists, and come back up. The other leg just dangling to the side. We're going to place the foot back down and press back into a lunge with square hips. Really press energy out of the heel of the right foot. Now come up into the plank position with the foot dangling and lower. And lift up. And here's 4. Do this slow and with control, guys. Being fast isn't going to win an award. Now let's add on. Now come up and bring the leg back to an arabesque and lower. Your hip should not swing wildly to the side so you can lift your leg all the way up. We want to stay pretty square. Lunge, arabesque, and lunge. Arabesque, and lunge, arabesque, and lunge. Now, don't bring the leg up, but come up and bring the leg across, left knee to right elbow, and come back down to the lunge. And lift up, tuck slightly, and lunge. And left knee, right elbow, and lunge. And tuck up, and lunge, and let's do one more. Tuck up, and lunge, bend the knee down to the mat, and come all the way in. Come to kneeling. Woo, on the reformer. We still have one medium or one spread spring on, guys. We're going to place one light or one blue spring on. When we go to the other side, we're going to take the light or the blue spring off. We're going to do some knee stretch series in between these exercises. The first 2 we're going to do is round back and then flat back. So I'm sitting back on my heels and hovering off slightly. I'm pulling apart the foot bar with my shoulders. I'm going to round up. I'm going to try to bring my ears between my biceps. Now keeping that round back position, I'm going to squeeze my glutes to send my legs behind me, still in a round back position, and come back in. Stay in a round back position, and come back in. And 3. We'll do 2 more at this speed, and then for the next 5, we'll speed it up. And here's 5, 4, 3. Stay in that round back. 2, and 1. Now, lift up so you have a straight line from your tip top of your head up through your tail. No sway back, right? And press out for 5. And in. 4. Don't look up in front of you. That's not where your gaze should be. Pull apart the foot bar. Really tweeze the bottom of the shoulder blades on 5 fast for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come back in. Sit back on your heels. Take the light spring or the blue spring off. Let's do the whole scooter flying arabesque series to the right side. So I'm going to hold on to the foot bar as I step off. My right hand is on the outside of the foot bar. My left hand's in the middle, maybe across slightly. I'm going to bring my left foot up, tuck my toes, and place my left heel against the right shoulder block. I'm going to bend my knees on both legs so they're lined up. Belly button to spine, square the hips, press it back for 10. Ooh, there is a one-legged push-up position or plank position, kind of. 4. With the body, at least. Tuck the tail slightly. 8, 9, 10. Now bring it in. Now rotate the femur and the hip socket, but try to keep the hips and the shoulders square. So we're in more of a one-legged Pilates plank position. Press it out and in with the glutes. I tried to do it with my back. That wasn't good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, come back to center in the knee lined up position, toes cupped and parallel, heel against the shoulder block, press it out to a lunge position. Now with the leg dangling, we're going to bring the shoulders over the wrist and come up and press it out to a lunge. And up, leg dangle, and out. Here's 3. Really press energy out of that left heel. Here's 2. And here's 1. Now, let's do the arabesque. Come up, leg to arabesque, and lower into the lunge. Try not to bring the hip wildly to the side. 3, 4, 5. Now cross body, right knee to left elbow, and up. Give me a tuck, and down. And round back. And lower with control. Here's 3. Lower with control. 4. Look in at that elbow, that left elbow, and 5. And down. Now put the left knee on the mat. Bring it in. Come back on to the carriage. We're going to place a blue spring on. We are going to do jackrabbit or flat back, knee stretch, knees off. If you're uncomfortable with this, please feel free to leave your knees on. We're going to press back slightly. We're only going to do 5, guys, okay? So don't sway in the back. Keep it all up in a nice tight plank. Hover the knees. Now press out in the plank. Pull it in. You are pressed away from the foot bar. 3, 4. Woo, don't sway the back. 5. Lower the knees down with control. Tuck the toes in the center of the headrest. Toes together, knees apart. I like my arms over the foot bar for child's pose here, but if you need to place them on the standing platform or the frame, please do so. Here's 4. We're going to do 5 breaths because that's the only number I can seem to think of today. And 5. Now, carefully press yourself up to sitting up tall. We're going to drop that light spring or that blue spring, and we're going to keep 1 red spring or 1 medium spring on. We have 1 final plank series, guys. We're going to do star push-ups, star push-ups. So, I'm going to place my hands on the shoulder blocks, place my heels, tuck my toes, heels to the shoulder blocks, and I'm going to press out into a plank. I'm going to bring my right hand to the center. I'm going to rotate to the left side, and I'm going to press out an inch, hand up to a T, and lower down, squeeze it in. This is light. We really are targeting the underarm muscles here. Now, if you want to move on, stack your left leg on top of your right on the shoulder block, and now press away and lift and lower everything. Lift arm and leg and lower. Don't sink into the springs, lower. Now, stack the foot on top or in front of the other, the left foot in front of the right foot, and come to center. Now, tricep push-up down and lift for 1. Down, lift it for 2. Down and lift it for 3. Place the left hand in the center. Rotate your body to the right side, and with the feet in tandem, press away a couple inches, lift the arm, and pull it back under the underarm. And here's 2. Whew. 1 more. Oh. And back. Now, if you're looking for a challenge, right leg on top of the shoulder block over the left leg. Lift arm, lift leg, and back. Lift arm and leg, and back. 1 more. Now, bring the right foot in front of the left foot again. Right hand down, left foot back out. 3 more push-ups. 1. Tricep push-ups. 2. And 3. Bend the knees down. Tuck the toes in center, toes together, knees apart. Child's pose. Wherever you like to put your arms. Reformer frame, standing platform, or on the foot bar. Now, articulate up to sitting up tall. I'm going to place my light spring back on. So I have 2 springs on, 1 medium, 1 light. If you'd like to, you can take your handles off and put your feet straps on. We're going to be doing ballet stretches with our feet strapped. You can leave your headrest up. You can have a neck pillow if you'd like. Let's come down onto our backs. Place your feet on the foot bar. Press out. Bring your left leg to tabletop. Place your foot strap on it. Legs straight up to the ceiling. Bend it in. Try not to hike a hip here or lift a hip higher than the other one. tail all the way down. So sacrum all the way down. Now press the foot out slightly. Bring the left leg across the body. You can hike the hip a little bit, but keep all 12 ribs on. And bend that right leg for an IT band stretch. You can take 2 fingers, place it on the rope. Don't manhandle the rope too much. 2 fingers should be more than enough to really increase that stretch in the leg. Now bring the leg back to center. Straighten the right leg. Bring the leg out to the side slightly without lifting that right hip. Bend that right knee. Turn it out to a Pilates V position on both sides. Try not to, my left hip wants to hike up so you can really find the stretch. But there's other ways to find the stretch, guys. Place 2 fingers on the strap. Try to keep that leg super straight. Wherever it's stretching is what your body needs right now. It might not be what you want. It might not be exactly what you think it needs, but it's what your body needs at this time. And I know it is because my leg feels real shaky and crazy right now. All right, straighten both legs. Bring the right leg to the center. Put weight in the strap leg on the left side. Bring the right leg across in figure 4 position, not on the knee, not on the ankle, above the ankle, on the shin, and below the knee on the thigh. Now, again, guys, without hiking the hips, flex the foot on the left leg and bend it in. Leave that sacrum all the way down from the tail all the way to the back 2 hip bones. And find that nice stretch. Let's do 2 more breaths. Now, straighten that left leg. Take the right foot out. As you begin to bend the left leg, find the foot bar slow with control. Take the left foot strap out, peg it, place the left foot on, press that left leg straight, bend the right leg. Put the strap on the right foot, and on parallel, go ahead, make sure you're not hiking that right hip, bend that left leg to find the stretch. Keep that tail all the way down, keep that sacrum really heavy. Straighten the leg all the way. My leg was a little bent, it felt kind of nice, and that's how I knew that it was not the right stretch, right? Woo! One more breath, one more deep breath, guys. Now, straighten that left leg slightly. Bring the right leg across the left side. You can lift the right hip slightly, but leave all 12 ribs on. And bend that left knee. You can place 2 fingers on the strap for a little bit extra. One more breath. Straighten that left leg. Turn both legs out to a slight Pilates V. Bring the right leg out to the right side and pull it up. Now put 2 fingers here if you'd like. Bring it a little wider if you can, keeping that left hip down. It's where you can keep the left hip down and bring the leg out, right? On my right side, I can bring the right leg out a little bit farther than I can on my left side. For whatever reason it is, that's fine. But now my right hip's hiking slightly, so now I have to make an adjustment again, guys. Let's do 2 more deep breaths here. Good. Ooh, that leg does not want to straighten today. Now straighten both legs. Bring the right leg to the center. We're going to do the figure 4. So I'm going to bend my left leg across. And I'm going to bring my left shin above the ankle across my right leg above the knee on the thigh. And then I'm going to bend my right knee to increase the stretch in the figure 4. Good. Here's 3. And here's 5. Straighten that right leg all the way. Take the left leg off. Slowly bend that right leg. Find the foot bar. Take the right foot out of the strap. Take the strap. Come up to sitting. Take a nice big deep breath. Stretch your arms over your head. And exhale. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or need any additional modifications, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.